The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Lucas. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Check three. No.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
90 Wolf.
I'm here all day. Tighten up, tighten up.
80 weapon. Go. Hey, exit. Let's go.
First carry for Darius Geis. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Ready? Begin. Bang, 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 bang.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Hard. Hey, box truck. Back.
SOS.
Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
6-6, pull it high. 25. Rock it.
Slam.
Big grip.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Jackson. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Oliver. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the target there.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Exit. And 58 is the Mike. Well, 58 is the Mike. Quick talking.
He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 26.
A gain of 47 yards. And the Jaguars.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
High 7.
58, Mike.
Nah. Look at me. Door. Hey, lock it.
Watch twist.
Take go.
They'll set up to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Greystone, travel. Go.
44's the Mike. Tackles.
Look at me. Zipper.
And that'll set him back 5. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game.
44, Mike, 44.
Don't let him breathe.
After the penalty, it's Smith. He's got a first down of inside of midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offense. Him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Bravo.
Don't get nervous.
At 58 is the Mike.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
On the carry. Here's Smith. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Slam.
Now Ito Smith. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
They come up in an offset eye. It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
5.
Here we go now with Smith. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
They'll go with the keeper. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, motion. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun.
And that will be incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Set 50, plant. Hey, Charlie.
I'm on. Hey, 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic. Here we go.
Do fan.
Take 4. He's coming.
Gone.
We got double up.
Look, squeeze.
Watch the shit.
Leo.
36. Jam.
Snap.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Here we go. 58, boys. 58. 58 for Mike. Check pass.
Ready.
2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Yep.
Watch the run. Watch.
Hey, Sam on.
Check 49.
6.
Get it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. A first down carry for Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I got you, boy.
Go.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58.
This is Smith. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
General West.
On first down, it's Smith. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Topper! Go!
They'll set up a throw. And he will find Davis. That's complete. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 42 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one.
In the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows to 10-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Shut up. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Here's Jackson. He'll rifle 49. 33 yards that time.
I got you, son. Hey, check 20.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53 to Mike. 50.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And his pass incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Me and you all day. All day.
Ike's 3. 218, chop it. Hey, orbit.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Rip that.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here we go. Hey, exit. 70, Indy.
He's not going to get me. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Got to do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
58, right over there, right over there.
5.
I got it.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Hey, Foxtrot. Go. Hard.
You.
Hatchet.
Hey, zoom. Ready.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 78 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
46 to Mike.
From the gun on third down, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Lucas, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Watch the safety creep.
Jackson operating from the gun. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
46, boys, 46. 46. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Hey, check 24. What's 24?
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Got it.
Mike Popo. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Hey, echo.
44 to Mike.
Let go.
2nd and 11. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Popo's to Mike. Mike's Popo.
Watch the pass.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
On 3rd down, Smith. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Intended that time for Cooper.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Out, 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 out.
80 weapons.
Check.
Rock it. Hey. High 7. Hit it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. And the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Rip right.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Check.
Look at me. Door.
Double up. He's coming.
Hey, lock it.
He's crashing. He's
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now in this drive after what happened.
He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark. 89 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Let's go. Yep.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Go, go, go.
2nd and 9 now. That's caught by Howard. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check, check.
They'll run with Smith. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go. 6-6. Pull it high.
Hey, hey, watch it, watch it.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Rush in, rush in.
Now.
They go back to the ground with Smith. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw. Open man there is Patterson, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Smith. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Nice, sweetheart. Switch, switch.
Yes, yes. Hey, Alpha. Go.
They'll run it again with Smith. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 16.
It's a gain of 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to run for it with Smith. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
On first down, it's Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And the crowd on its feet, and understandably so. They are Super Bowl bound after taking that knee.
How about the ability to celebrate not just winning a championship, but to do it with your fans on your home field? What a great collaboration for them all year long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.